Thomas Lake. Nice little walking trail goes around the lake. There's usually tons of crows here if you like crows. Hi, bird. Hi, bird. I actually helped build some of this trail many years ago. I worked for Pacific Topsoils, which used to be a topsoil company across the street from this lake here. It's since been sold and turned into housing, like so many other places. It's a neat little lake, kind of swampy. There are bass in here. Sunfish like bluegill. It's the middle of March. The sun is trying to come out. We had snow yesterday. It's a pretty short trail. It might be a mile all the way around, maybe 3/4 of a mile. Nice flat, easy walk if you don't like hills. Lots of woods along the way. Beavers are out here too. See, this is a little beaver trail. They've got some structures built out in the middle of the lake here. If you look around, you'll see them. There's a downed alder. Oh, look at that. It wasn't a storm that took it down. It was a beaver. More beaver trails. Check it out. That wasn't cut down by a chainsaw. It's a busy beaver. Imagine having teeth that could chew through wood. I got a steel saw for that. So if you like beavers, also a good place to visit. A little trail off to the woods here. Off to the side goes through this Doug fir forest. Sorry for all you people down south in the desert that don't have trees. I don't know if you can hear all that crow chatter coming through on the mic, but they're really talking today. Another beaver tree. On the east side of the lake here, there's this little jetty. I like to bring my dogs out here to play. Here's a great view of Thomas Lake. Sun shining, partly cloudy skies. That's neat, the clouds reflecting on the water surface. There's a fair amount of ducks here too. People who like ducks. Good for bird watching. There you go, natural wood chips. Beaver made wood chips. That's pretty awesome. Oh, here's one he's starting to cut down. It's fairly fresh. We got a seriously logging beaver out here. He doesn't want that tree there. Cut down this little cedar tree. If there are any trails in the Puget Sound area you'd like me to film, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and maybe I can make that happen. Oh, the sun is coming out. Feels good. You know, we don't get a lot of sunshine out here this time of year. And even if we do, it's usually pretty cold. But that's warm. More beaver works. This guy's busy. I imagine it's maybe a whole family of beavers. Another natural wood chip pile. Great for our native mushroom varieties to grow in. It's a perfect substrate for mushrooms. Our busy beavers are at it again. Look at this, guys. I don't think this beaver wants any trees around the lake. A lot of rain and snow lately. It's kind of flooded out here. So the northeast side is almost impassable. Looks like people made some wood and rock bridges here. Old cattail. There's some ducks. Here's a little hut the beavers started. This is on the north side. Maybe it's a work in progress. Beautiful scenery. Back on the trail. Well, here's a good little fishing spot. Nice open area for casting. Some deeper water. You can catch bass and bluegill in here. I've caught a few over the years. Good place to maybe bring the kids. Make sure you have a fishing license. Here's the quiet side of Penny Creek Preservation Area. If a guy wanted to, he could bring a little canoe or kayak or an inflatable in here and kind of have the whole place to himself. Work around the edges here, fishing for bass. Well, there's a big beaver house over there. Look at that. Here's a little peek at Penny Creek. This tiny little stream that flows into the lake here. Keeping it fed. One thing about the Pacific Northwest, we have endless streams, rivers, and lakes. It's a water world. Now we're on the west side, not much further to go. There are a few medicinal plants that grow around here, wild plants. Like jewelweed is pretty common here in the summertime. Good for your skin. Quite a bit of alder. Some cedar trees. You wouldn't know it, but there's even a tiny little waterfall back here. There's some ducks. Looks like a mating pair. Two little lovebirds. Mom, 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 mom. Hi, birds. Om, 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 om. Lots of wild rose grows along the trail side. Here's some remnants from last season. Get these bulbs fresh. They're good in teas. Guess they have some medicinal properties. Just a ton of wild rose on the west side. We've had such a mild winter. Some of these have survived through the season. You can get some seeds out of there. Lots of alder along this side of the trail. If you explore enough hidden around the lake, you'll find some giant conifer trees. Here's a huge cedar hidden in the woods. Or how about a giant Doug fir? Pseudotsuga mencii. Woo! See if you can find these giant trees hidden around the lake. They're approaching old growth status. You birds have a good day. We'll see you next time. Woo, woo. You're welcome.